Hello, fellow ex-citizens. If you are new to this channel, this is where we talk about the ongoing work of building a micro-technology city in Liberia called Xity, and this is the t-shirt. Oh, by the way, these t-shirts are still available. We printed these t-shirts and we have them printed for some residents who already bought their t-shirts. So if you want to get one of these t-shirts, please reach out to us. You pay for it and we ship it to you, just so that you know. And the printing on it is Xity resident, right? So a lot of the future residents of Xity have already paid for this t-shirt. So I just thought about it actually today, that a lot of the recent people who are getting their land in Xity haven't really heard about like the possibility of owning one of these t-shirts. So if you are interested, reach out and we will basically ship one out to you. So that's that. And then, yes, so for today, we are going to talk about the phases of work that is to be done. One, we need to clear up the road where the workers have been felling the trees, right? We know now the bush there is level, but now we need to use the machine and clear it out. That's one work we need to do. Two, the residential community, and this is the exciting part. We need to start clearing all of the streets in between those 2 acre city blocks that we talk about in Xity. So that is the next phase. And then December, January, we start building our first residential homes in Xity, right during the dry season, and you will start seeing some work going on. The other thing we are doing leading up to that December, January schedule is we are going to be finishing our 1-bedroom apartment in the equipment yard that we talked about. So in the next couple of weeks, we're going to start resume the work on that apartment building, and we are going to get it completed. So we are going to be doing that in parallel with the work that we're going to be doing in terms of like clearing all of those streets within the residential community. We are super excited for this work, guys. So remember, we are developing Xity in phases, and we promised that this year was going to be the year when we start clearing all of those streets in the residential community. And after clearing all of the streets, and you will find the Xity residential blocks, which are 2 acre city blocks. You will find them in grade system, right? So we'll clear all of the roads and streets in between the land. So when you view it from the top, you will see a grade system of green patches, right? So we're not clearing the entire land to get rid of all of the vegetation. As we said, we are building a sustainable city. So we do not clear all vegetation and then later on in the future come back to replant, right? So by default, we do not move vegetation that we don't need to move now. If a future date comes that we need to move that vegetation, we'll cut out the space where we need to remove the vegetation and remove the vegetation. So for example, this time around, as promised to all of the clients who have already obtained land, we are removing the vegetation from the streets that are in the way, right? And once we do that, then we'll start doing the building construction for residences. And it is during the building construction, when people have selected their spots, we will start to remove the vegetation from the spot on which you are building your home, right? All around your home, the vegetation will remain until the time comes for us to do some, for example, some grading and also some planting of grass and things like that, right? So the only time where we will eventually remove our vegetation from the land, if the land maybe is at a sloping angle and we need to basically do some grading before we start building the homes. Most of the areas in the first residential zone is actually flat land. So we don't need to do much grading there or any grading at all before we begin building your home. What we do need to do is that on the house spot, we just need to clear that patch of land on the spot where we are building your house, right? Level it and make sure we do all of the groundwork, dig your foundation and start erecting your home. Those are the places that we're clear on your spot. And then later on, then we can come to landscaping for maybe gardening and maybe swimming pool and other things around your house. But we are not by default just, getting rid of vegetation that has been there even before maybe some of us came along. So that is the default approach we have here. We respect the environment and we are stewards of the environment, and we will remain that way throughout the development of Xity. But I wanted to show you the short video of just us going to grease the machine make sure that everything works well. Wherever the, something squeaks, bolts and nuts, like check everything, set everything up. We should start this work in 2 months. We are going to start doing some light preparation for the work. We've commenced like trying to finish up that one apartment building that is in the equipment yard. So we're starting work on that in the next couple of days. And as that work goes on, we will do some general repair work on machines that are located on the site, preparing ourselves for this heavy push. This is going to be a long haul, a couple of months to actually do all of this clearing. And once we are done with that, the next phase will be building homes. And that is where a lot of our clients are super, super excited. The last time I shared some building homes designs, the new ones that we've come up with, and they are lovely. And like one of those designs is actually inspired by a couple of clients, right, that are related. Not going to name names, but that is their lovely design idea they came up with, and they talked to me about it, and I said, yes, we can definitely make this happen. And we went ahead and created this design. And I have to confess, after we created the design, I fell in love with it. So it looks like this client-inspired design is going to be one of the designs I'll use for my personal home in Xity. It's no kidding. It's a lovely two-story building. It's super nice. Like, it has open space concept. It has a high ceiling like above the living room, so you walk there, you look straight up to the roof of the second floor. So it's really beautiful. So I think this is what I'm going to use for myself, right? I already talked to the client. I was like, hey, you inspired this. It's lovely. It's available for everyone, including me, right? And so I think we already know that. Yeah, so excited, guys. I'm excited that we are going to start building maybe by December, January. We'll start like erecting some homes in Xity residential community. So I'm super, super thrilled by that. The rainy season will delay us a little bit in terms of like how much work we can do, but it's not going to stop us. The chief engineer who's going to be leading this work of clearing the site has already like aligned in terms of like the work that needs to be done and the period in which he's going to do this work. So I'm happy. If he's happy, we can do this. I'm happy that to support whatever way to ensure that this happens. So yeah, so super excited. But anyway, here's a short video of the guys greasing the machine and testing it out to make sure everything works well, because a couple of weeks from now, right, at most 2 months, actually less than 2 months, these machines will start being tested to their limits. All right, thank you. Enjoy the video. Bye-bye.
Huh?
No fuel, sir.
No fuel? Yeah, like that people sometimes.